Greetings, Sir and Sirettes, and welcome back to Plague Inc. Evolved with me, Lathrix. In today's episode, we're going to be doing another plague from the fellow we can simply not pronounce the name of because he will not bloody correct me, and I think he's doing it on purpose. But as he calls himself, a fellow mad scientist. Mad genius, I believe the name is. I don't even know. Evil genius possibly is what he said. I am too tired and too drugged up to correctly do this. So, anyway, we're playing Rabies Majoris. He seems to love the mage a bit there. So, Gliz, we're calling you Gliz. Rabies. Disease nearly impossible to be properly diagnosed. Lethal in 100% of cases. Which isn't actually true anymore. I'll talk about it in a second. There is no cure. Vaccines' popularisation shut rabies down. But the new strain appears to be immune to them. This scenario is difficult and not suitable for rookies. Well, we're screwed then, aren't we? Well, anyway, no, it's not actually 100% lethal. There have been several cases now where people have actually survived without the post-administered... What's the word I'm looking for here? Vaccine, yes. There's actually a vaccine you can have before you get infected and one you can have afterwards before the major symptoms show up. Basically, it doesn't get to your brain instantly when it gets to your brain. You are basically medically considered dead. At that stage, you are going to die. Your fate is sealed. However, studies in certain places where it's a little bit more rampant have shown up to 7 out of 60 odd people actually survive. I think that's the number. It's been at least 2 years since I've done anything on rabies, any research on rabies. But there's a big famous case, I think it was in America, again, such a long time ago. This one 15-year-old girl, I'm fairly certain she's 15, survived rabies after being bitten by a bat, which she saved from the church roof. It's really sad, isn't it? She saved the poor thing, the thing bit her in fear and ran away, happened to have rabies. Bats aren't affected as negatively as humans. Oh dear God, she's infected. She had several antivirals and such, but her body itself managed to produce the antibodies needed and actually managed to fight it off, and she was one of the first cases confirmed to have survived without the post-infection vaccine because it had already reached her brain by the time they'd realised, oh dear, it's actually rabies. Because one of the big problems is, of course, of rabies is it has flu-like symptoms. Very hard to diagnose early on. So anyway, let's play this. So we are rabies. I assume we're going to be deadly straight away, so transstasis is very good. I think I'll leave everything as it is. Yeah. Normal, and we are... Oh, you actually got the name correct. Well done. The Lysovirus. Handful of tips. Not quite as good as a bucket full of tips. Better than a pinch of tips. Rabies is extremely lethal, and its incubation period is short. As little as 7 days or even less in some cases. Carriers usually die too quickly to spread the disease further, that and it's not too infectious from humans unless you get bitten by them. Its early symptoms are too similar to flu, yay! Which renders proper diagnosis nearly impossible. Once late symptoms are present, there is no cure. That is actually true though, there is still no cure, it's just you can survive, low chance. The main vector of infection is warm-blooded animals, in particular dogs and bats. The biggest issue with the humidity will be humidity, as water is the greatest enemy of the disease. Very true. Developed countries maintain mandatory vaccination programs for animals. Yay. Look out for news reports and fight vaccines. Good luck. Oh, you could not edit that in. Oh no, please don't say you've put vaccines in from the freaking smallpox thing. You evil bastard. If it's true, you are truly an evil genius, sir. Okay, start off anyway. People also have this misconception that it's a neural thing, a brain thing, why you become scared of water when you're infected, but it's actually just because you can't swallow. It's a natural impulse, it makes you scared of drowning, because it feels like you are already, which is lovely. So we are very lethal, very severe, so really, I'm going to just mega focus on transmissions. Abilities we have. Viral instability, DNA becomes more unstable, increasing random mutations. Viral stability, may want this. DNA becomes more stable, decreasing random mutations. Drug immunity, pathogen repels modern medicine, increasing infectivity in wealthy countries and allows rabies to defeat vaccines in the future. Oh, he has done it, hasn't he? I wonder if it even works. Water resistance, pathogen evolves to withstand humidity, especially when present on ships. Transmissions, we have domestic animals. The virus is carried by home pets, in particular dogs and cats. Increases infectivity, particularly in urban areas, so that makes sense. And bats. Host range broadens to include bats. Increases infectivity, slightly increases land transmission, and also increases mutation chance. Livestock is livestock, and saliva. Virus replicates in salivary glands, increases chance of infection through contact with saliva. I think I'll get that first. I can't imagine mutations being too positive right now, to be brutally honest. Increases replication of the virus in the oral cavity, further increasing chance of infection through contact with saliva. Which finally leads to saliva 3. Virus replicates directly in the nasal cavity, significantly increasing chance of infection through contact with mucus. And then we're going to have to go with the animals. Fever got mutated. That will be more lethality. I don't want. Fine, leave it. Already freaking lethal. Just avoid any of the really big ones. I think that might be. Yeah. Meningitis, acute inflammation of the protective membrane covering the brain and spinal cord, highly fatal and very hard to cure. Oh yeah, of course. What else do we have? Spasm of the muscles of muscles of mastication. Why can't you say mastication muscles? Reduces jaw opening, increases severity. We have blurred vision. Victims, and that's another reason why it feels like you're drowning. Blurred vision, victims unable to see sharp details of objects, sometimes a cause of accidents, increases severity. Muscle pain, after being bit by a rabid animal, a human victim experiences itchy and painful feelings around the wound. Inflammation, seizures, and sweating, so nothing special there. Insomnia, nausea. If vomiting's there, that's very tempting to get, because that would be very cheap. Ah, yeah, okay, yeah. So we've got vomiting as well, then. And we are quite, well, we're almost not perfectly equal in infectivity, severity, and lethality. That's rather worrying. Also, that stammer is rather worrying. I'm definitely ill. Largest ever paella made in Spain. Yay! What'll be better? What's cheapest for its infectivity? We're all very similar, but actually livestock is best, which is very weird. Livestock 2, wildlife susceptible to infection, increases infectivity, particularly in urban regions, say rural. Ooh, wildlife becomes aggressive and attacks humans. Attacks are often lethal, increases infectivity, especially in rural regions, and mutation chance. Okay, let's go with bats. That increases land transmission, so it'd be very similar to the wonderful one I'm thinking of here. Birds. Okay, we're actually going to start devolving things we get them, which is going to cost us a fortune. But we're already so freaking lethal and severe, we don't need any more. It'd be terrible. Spread faster, friends! Choking symptom mutant. What? Choking! Inability to retain or swallow oral cavity fluids causes victim to choke sporadically. Can be lethal, and liquids expelled from coughing do increase infectivity. Quite a lot, actually. More so than the lethality, so I think I'll leave it. New worrying disease spreading. No schnitzel. Bats level 2, bats level 3. Bats become exceptionally aggressive towards humans. Attacks can be lethal, increasing infectivity, land transmission, and mutation chance. And unlocks 2 new things. Extreme bat migration. Rabies causes intense migration compulsion in bats, increasing transmission range for a short time. Many of the animals die travelling, lowering infectivity in the long run. Is that like a what's it called, a spore burst? Maybe. Pathogen transmits when saliva of a rabid animal, so it must be any of the 3 end ones, comes into contact with the victim's blood. Okay, fine. We keep increasing the lethality, but it's the only way to get more decent severity, infectivity. Even slightest amount of saliva is enough to infect when in contact with blood. And finally, bites level 3. Victims can contract the pathogen even through the tiniest of scratches. And of course, Saudi Arabia has begun on the cure because, well, we started there and stuff. Okay, time to become immune to all drugs. Boom. Yay. Saudi Arabia starts mass vaccination program. No, you actually have. How did you do that? You douchebag. Vaccine resistance. Pathogen becomes resistant to standard anti-rabies vaccines. Done. Fine. We need it now. I should have made it fail. Okay, now let's get cold level 1, cold level 2. Maybe we'd have paid off to get viral stability. Yeah, you know what, we're going to get level 1. Screw it, we're getting level 1. Slow it down there, lad. Slow it down. And this will... okay, so it can withstand humidity, so it's better on ships. Insomnia mutate, that's fine. That's not too bad. More transmissions would be awesome. Okay, bite level 3, fine. Domestic animals 1, domestic animals 2. Which leads to level 3. Home pets go frenzy. Attacks on humans are more common and brutal, increased infectivity, particularly in urban areas. And an extreme zoonosis, which costs 22, and I'm going to go for next, because that doesn't increase lethality anymore. No more lethality, please. Experimental X7 vaccine. X7 vaccine shield. Pathogen becomes resistant to class X7 experimental vaccine. The cheaper but less effective one. Also we have Jenny Carden. Do I need that? Okay, well I'm going to get that though. Hypersalivation mutated, I assume that's not going to be too bad. Inflammation, is it lethal? No, but it's infectious, that's fine. Drooling. Excessive production of saliva causes it to flow outside the mouth and form foam. Lovely. Victims have difficulty swallowing, show panic when presented with liquids to drink, and cannot quench their thirst. Hydrophobia, this is. Prevents saliva washout, increases infectivity. Okay, we'll also grab that. Okay, so we got rid of the experimental X7 vaccine. Sweating got mutated, that's fine. Can someone please go to Greenland? Please. Ah, experimental X29 isn't... where's 29? 29! The new extremely rare version of the X series vaccine. Goodbye. Oh dear. Oh! X13 is also in use currently, okay. Extreme rare version. Okay, we're done with those. Continue. Need to pay attention, man. Didn't realise it'd be so often. Have we infected everywhere else other than Greenland? No, that's the question. If we have, we can do... Yes! Greenland! Hello, friend. Meningitis got mutated. Oh, that's lethal, isn't it? Really lethal. Is it too lethal? Doesn't seem like it. I'm going to really pay attention. NZI13, I just saw pop up. Oh dear, there's loads of them just then. NZI13, yeah, they're all using the NZI13s. Oh, we just got rid of it though. What shouldn't that be? Okay, let's get rid of meningitis, that's far too lethal. Oh no, Greenland, you do not do this. No! F word. Why? Why did that happen? I got rid of the thing. Didn't I? NZI15, NZI13. 13. Oh, potatoes. Wait, can I reinfect it? Extreme bat thingy bob, go. Yes, we got back in Greenland. Take that, you little schnitzelburger. Greenland executes infected people. Screw you, Greenland. Pause, don't let that person die. It doesn't seem like none of the others have taken effect though. X9 vaccine in New Guinea. There, got all of them. Okay, what can we do? Okay, anything which is causing lethality, let's try and get rid of it now. I can't get rid of these though, because these also include my lovely, delicious transmission vectors. Fever, that's not wanting. Photophobia doesn't kill people. Vomiting, choking, obviously will kill people. Hydrophobia doesn't kill people apparently. No drooling. Please. Oh, for potato's sake. Wait, can I devolve that? No, I can't. Random events. Certain threats. I'm a little bit annoyed at that. Not a horrible end, that's... Well, sorry for the cut there, but I'm very annoyed now. I just played it again. I lost again, I have to admit. I'm not lying there. I'm not going to lie and say I won. But I lost again, got very close. But Fraps was still showing me the FPS in this lovely corner, but had apparently crashed just before we pressed play. That is very unfair. So, I'm afraid, though, I have run out of time today. And this is the last chance I'll have to record for a while, so this is where I'm going to have to leave it. Let's just show you... No, I should have time for that. Okay, well, basically, we haven't missed much when it comes to the symptoms. We've got all the transmissions and such. In the symptoms, the things we kind of missed was psychosis and a lot of things making it hard to cure, which wasn't the issue. What I was going to say at the end, which I did say at the end before realising, is that I think, honestly, it's very, very difficult on purpose, which is fine. I think it is a really, really well-done disease, but I do think it's a little bit too difficult. And the random event things was absolutely horrendous, like, you know, people executing the infected. Lovely end there. So I honestly think maybe giving a little bit more infectivity, because all of those transmissions almost gave nothing. So a tiny little smidgen more infectivity would certainly make it more enjoyable and increase, because at the moment I don't see that there's any real particular strategy to do, as there's not all that much choice in the matter. But honestly, I should have gone for stability earlier. Viral stability, not instability. I should have gone for the vaccine shields earlier, and the transmissions are evil, because they're almost all lethal. And the bat thing should hopefully not even have to be used, but with the lethality I think it's needed. But that kind of seals your fate, because the lack of because the decrease in infectivity caused by getting that last spore burst bat thing is dreadful and basically seals your fate, because in the last match you missed, I devolved all the things I could to decrease lethality other than transmissions, and it still was killing people faster than they were being affected because of random government actions, and I had all of the vaccine shields operational. So yeah, possibly a little bit more infectivity, possibly have that bat thing a little bit less cruel. But other than that, I think it's really, really well made. I'm going to say 4.75 out of 5 rabies-induced hallucinations. So, with that, thank you for watching Certain. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I've enjoyed playing it, despite the frustration of Iceland killing its freaking infected, sorry, Greenland killing its infected. I think it does need to be a bit more infectious. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you could take 5 minutes, 5 seconds, just to hit the like button, the favourite, share, etc. all really does mean the world, and helps out the channel so much. Subscribing also, of course, does the same. So thank you very much for watching, Certain, and goodbye. I hope to see you next time, and have a nice day.